With a background in HR and people management, how have you seen things change in the SME market, and in particular, how are business owners adapting to those changes in that area?
Well, over the last decade, there's been a massive ramping up of all the employment legislation, and without a doubt, that has had a severe impact on how businesses grow. There's so much that's hidden, and you have to know. It takes your focus away from your business. Now, admittedly, this government has changed things and reduced the red tape, but without a doubt, that's something that businesses have had to get a grip on. And it's not going away. I mean, with Auto-Enrolment coming up for small businesses 2017-18, they're going to have to get to grips with a whole new raft of legislation, so it's ongoing.
What do you see as the most significant HR challenges to an SME business owner?
Without any shadow of a doubt, it's finding and keeping the people with the right skills. It's very time consuming, it's very costly, and if they don't stay, boy, with a small business with 10 or so employees, one person makes a huge difference. It really does.
How, as a non-exec business advisor in that specific area, how do you help them address these challenges, or that challenge in particular?
Okay, it's not enough just to have HR as a specialism. You have to have commercial acumen as well, because any HR strategy or any decisions that you take affect business growth. It really has to work hand in hand. So that's the first part, is making sure your strategy is congruent with where they want to grow. And secondly, working with business leaders on a coaching basis to make sure they've got the skills and the experience necessary to cope with the growing business, because that can be a real challenge in itself.
And is there anything that is a real difficulty that business owners actually overlook and just think, it's not important, but actually it is very significant in how they, in particular, how they manage their people?
It's not, perhaps they don't realise it's not important. It's not easy to do. There's two things. One is managing poor performance. It's so easy when you're a small business to let things ride, because you rely on that person, you're their friend, you probably socialise with them, and to manage their performance is incredibly difficult. And the second thing is related to that. It's around contracts and policies and procedures. Very often they're sort of put together on an ad hoc basis, and that's fine until something goes wrong, and then you just can't rely on what you've got. And business advice at an early stage will make sure that is all in place right from the start.
Thank you, Steve.